Hello and welcome to the Millionaire Mompreneur Podcast, where we empower mompreneurs to build wealth, grow thriving businesses, and reclaim their time. I'm your host, Alexa Starks. I'm a tech expert, a ChatGPT master, and a mama to two little ones under 2. And I'm here to guide you through the ups, the downs, and everything in between of running a business while raising a family. Each week, we'll dive into topics like making money, scaling your business, and embracing a millionaire mindset. So grab a coffee or reheat the one that you forgot, and let's get started on building the life that you deserve. Hello, and welcome to this next episode of the Millionaire Mompreneur Podcast. I'm Alexa Starks, your host. Today's episode is all about how to build a personal brand that attracts wealth. This is really, really good because one, you need a personal brand. There's a lot of content creators and people out there on social media and in the business world, and you want to attract wealth, obviously. So how do you create a personal brand that builds and attracts wealth? So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about, as mompreneurs, how to figure out what your personal brand is, how to create one that resonates with higher paying clients, and how to find your unique voice, create consistency across platforms with that unique voice, and how to attract ideal clients that want to pay based off of seeing you. Okay, so first of all, quick mention, don't forget, link is in the description to join the Mompreneur Mastermind community. We've got weekly lessons on how to grow your business using ChatGPT and how to make more money with it, networking, coffee chats, a lot of things. So please join that. It's really, really helpful. It's going to help you grow your business and make money. Okay, let me get my outline because mom brain is real and it's been a hectic day. Baby girl is extending her wake windows and it took a 25-minute nap instead of an hour and a half nap this morning. So she's down again and hopefully will stay down for a nap because it's been rough. Okay, so the importance of building a personal brand. This is really going to differentiate you from other mompreneurs or content creators out there in the space. You want to stand out. I want you to stand out. So it's building a personal brand is more than just a logo or the colors that you do or the fonts that you do. It's about what your values are, what your voice is, and the experience that you're creating for your audience. For example, I actually use a couple different fonts in my content, but I don't even focus on fonts and colors. I have a few colors that I do, but it's about my voice and my unique selling point to my audience and my values. I'm always super transparent. I love talking about motherhood and the challenges that come with it. I love talking about building a brand and building wealth. I feel like as women, especially, we don't talk enough about making money and having money and how to make more money. That's sort of almost taboo still. I mean, sometimes it's not and great for you, but a lot of times I do see that women are more hesitant to talk about making money and being rich and the life that it gives you. So know your values and what you bring to the table and your unique voice. It's going to help you define your personal brand so that you can show up on social media unique. You can be an individual, a unique person that stands out among the crowd. So, especially as mompreneurs, you don't want to waste time. I don't want you to waste time posting on social media when you're just another face in the crowd, right? You're just doing another TikTok dance or another trend or, and you're not standing out. I want you to build trust faster, attract ideal clients, and break into a space that's already pretty densely populated, right? If you're trying to launch a new coaching career or consulting, or you're offering a product or service, depending on what it's in, like if you're trying to launch into fitness coaching or a photography course, right? It's dense. There's a lot of content creators and people selling similar services. So I want you to stand out. And as mompreneurs, we can't waste our time. I don't want you to spend a year spinning your wheels creating content that you don't stand out, right? So let's talk about how to find your unique message. Okay, so first, let's start with some reflection. Okay, so let's talk about our strengths and how we can reflect on our strengths and what makes you you. So first, ask yourself, what motivates you in your business? Why are you doing your business? Why are you starting a business? Why are you trying to make money? Is it your kids? For me, for example, I love helping other moms, but I love my kids. I want to make money so that I can have the life that I want to live with my kids and my husband, so that we can go on a vacation, or so that I can buy my kids the expensive formula and diapers all the time and not worry about how much it costs or checking my bank account, right? I want to have the life and the freedom. And so that motivates me to help other moms achieve that as well, right? So, what motivates you to do your business? What are you passionate about sharing with others? In my previous episode, we talked about how to turn your passions into or profits, right? So, similarly, what are you passionate about sharing with other people? And can it be a business idea? Can it be profitable? But what are you passionate about? Are you passionate about photography or food and cooking or mom life or making hats? Whatever it is, what are you passionate about? And then what unique skills, experiences, or perspectives do you bring? For example, as a mompreneur, I bring a unique experience of not just having kids, but I have two under two. I have an almost 2-year-old son. He's 21 months. And then I have a 6-month-old daughter. She just turned 6 months old. So we banged them out in 2 years, and they are close together in age. So that's very unique. That's not just like, oh, I've got a 18-year-old and I've got a 10-year-old. Like, those are big age gaps, and that's great. I'm not knocking on this, but there is a unique perspective that comes with having two under two. I have a 6-month-old daughter. She's home with me all day, every day. So when I talk about building a business, making it scalable and profitable, and doing it in a way that you only have to work 2 or 3 hours a day, or sometimes just 30 minutes, or some days don't work at all. I know firsthand because I do that. I literally only work when my daughter naps, which this morning was 25 freaking minutes. So that's my unique perspective on mompreneurship. And so what's your unique skills, your unique experiences and perspectives that you bring, that your values, your strengths? And then craft a message that resonates with your audience. So turn that into a brand message that's relatable and inspiring to your ideal audience. For example, my ideal audience, mompreneurs, loves hearing other stories about mompreneurhood, the struggles, the ups and downs, balancing time and kids and diapers and formula and trying to find money to put into your business at the end of the day. But so-and-so kid needs new shoes again, or a new outfit because they outgrew it in 2 days, right? So I show up authentic because I have the same experiences, right? So craft your message that resonates to your audience because you are the authority in that space. So once you can craft your message, you can then show up as the authority in that space because you're being true to yourself, right? I'm a mompreneur. I'm an authority on being a mompreneur. I love being a mom. I love being an entrepreneur, and I could talk about both, right? So show up authentically, become the expert, and show up as the expert in your field. Okay, that's the message that you want to be putting out there all the time. And this is how you're going to find your voice. So next, we're going to talk about how to identify your unique tone and style of communication. I want to just give you a quick tip on how to use ChatGPT for this, because I'm an expert on ChatGPT, or ChatGPT master, actually. So sometimes being creative is hard in the moment, right? It's hard to flip our mom brain into creative brain right away. So I love ChatGPT. And so one of the things I always recommend is use ChatGPT as you would an assistant, right? So if you need help finding your unique tone and style of communication, whether it's educational, inspiring, humorous, empathetic, you can ask ChatGPT to help you define what that should be. You could say, hey, my ideal audience are mompreneurs. What kind of tone and style of communication resonates best with them? And see what it says, right? So for me, it probably will respond with mompreneurs, like something more educational and empathetic. You understand the struggle of mompreneurship. And funny. We love a good laugh because there's days where it's a struggle. And so humor gets us through, right? So you can easily tell ChatGPT, hey, help me find my unique style and tone and with what would resonate best with X. ideal audience. Okay, but overall, find what works best for you. If you want to be more educational and serious, be more educational and serious, right? This is totally up to you and what floats your boat. Okay, let's talk about how to create consistent branding across platforms. This is really important. You don't want to have one tone of voice on Facebook, a totally separate one on TikTok or Instagram, and another totally separate one on LinkedIn. And that's fair if you can repurpose content on each of them, right? And turn a LinkedIn post into an Instagram or vice versa, but you still want to have the same tone so people can expect the same type of content and the same brand, right? This is your brand. I am humorous, I am empathetic, I am compassionate, me as a mompreneur and my branding. So that shows up across all of my content. So you want to have the same brand colors, the same fonts, the same sort of images. I love just repurposing the same image. I'll crop it into, a square if I need to, or make it bigger and add different things. But it's this, I like using the same image across different platforms. Sorry, mom brain right there. And again, choose brand elements that align with your values and attract your target audience. For example, I use a color FF1360. I think it's like a hot pink, but I love that color. It's bright, it's bold. I didn't used to like the color pink, but I have a girl now, and so I've gotten more into the color pink. But it's bright, it's bold, it feels lively, and it resonates with me. And so that's one of my key brand colors. So you can easily also ask ChatGPT to help you with this. You can put into ChatGPT, hey, my ideal audience is XYZ, and I need help creating a color scheme and choosing fonts and imagery that resonates with them. Can you please suggest some? And see what it says, right? And then go with that. And you can tweak it and say, I think my ideal audience might actually be more into educational content. Can you suggest color schemes and fonts that are a little more serious, for example, as opposed to humorous, right? Okay. Consistency is key. So maintaining the same branding and colors and fonts across all the platforms is important, but also creating content that's consistent, right? Having your voice show up the same in all the posts is important. And that's why, again, I love ChatGPT. So ChatGPT Master over here. So I love when I use ChatGPT, I've trained it on my voice and my brand and my company and who my ideal audience is and their motivations and pain points and desires and what my offers are. And so this way, when I ask ChatGPT, hey, can you create an email sequence for get people who have downloaded my new freebie? Or, hey, can you create an Instagram caption for this reel and this one, and then turn that into an Instagram carousel for this? It does it in my brand voice because I've trained it on that. And so it's now my brand voice is consistent everywhere. And sometimes that can be hard to do because you're creating content and sometimes you're not in the mood, right? So now if an Instagram post doesn't really sound like you, and if you're trying to create content, it can be it can make you burn out really quickly if you're trying to create a lot of content manually by yourself, by hand. So I highly recommend use ChatGPT to help you create all of your content because it can create months worth of posts and captions and hooks and content and email sequences, anything, all in your brand voice. So you never have to have a day where you're like, oh, I wasn't really feeling happy. And so my caption was not as happy and motivating as it was a few days before. That sucks, right? Because that's unfortunate that it could be, but you just weren't able to show up the same because of whatever, like baby girl didn't take enough of a nap and so you were stressed, right? But this way, ChatGPT has already written it for you. So anyways, you get the point. I have a course that teaches how to do this exactly and how to train ChatGPT to be your voice, and then how to create all the content that's in your voice. I will link to it in the description below. It's called the ChatGPT Instagram Growth Accelerator course. I highly recommend it. It's super cheap. And I'll link to that in the description below. But anyways, use ChatGPT. Okay. Let's talk about how your brand helps attract higher paying clients and customers. So you want to position yourself as the expert. And I want you to be the expert. You are the expert on you and what you're selling and your services and your offers. So it's important to have a well-crafted, cohesive, well-put-together personal brand to establish yourself as the go-to expert in that niche. For example, I spent a decade in advertising technology. I am the expert in technology and advertising. And I have spent years researching different ad tech tools and AI technology tools recently that help businesses or entrepreneurs or individuals grow their business. And so I love ChatGPT. It is the most basic, easy to use, well-rounded tool for helping mompreneurs grow their business. So I am the expert in ChatGPT for mompreneurs to grow their business and make money. And honestly, use ChatGPT also for recipes that your toddler might actually eat instead of throwing their food on the ground. Or what's a new schedule for my daughter now that her wake windows have extended? And how do I add in food now that she's eating real baby food, right? So position yourself as the expert. You want to show up confidently and you want to show up strong so that you, one, immediately stand out as the expert in your field, in your niche, or whatever you're selling, so that you stand out from the crowd. You're not just like another, I'm here, so-and-so trying to copy what other people are doing, right? Stand out. So make sure this is going to really help you attract clients who value your skills and are willing to pay for them if you stand out from the crowd. Don't just be another face doing the same thing as everyone else. Okay, perception in pricing. This one's an interesting one because people love free stuff and love to get free things, but people are also willing to pay more from someone who's an expert in the field, right? I am an expert in ChatGPT and helping mompreneurs use ChatGPT to grow their business. So people are willing to pay money to have a product or service that I created that helps them with specifically that. That's why I've created my course. That's why I have my Mompreneur Mastermind community. And that's why I have my podcast to give away free information for you. But so people are willing to pay for products and services from experts. So that's why positioning yourself as an expert in your niche is going to help you stand out, and people are willing to pay a lot of money for something from someone that's an expert. So you want to always communicate value and high value and your expertise and high quality content. So again, that's why I suggest use ChatGPT to help you create your content, because then you're always going to show up consistently with that expert voice and your knowledge, and train ChatGPT again. Without sounding too salesy, I promise, the course that I created will genuinely help you do this. But even if you don't get the course, train ChatGPT, tell it all about your course, your products, your services, your offer, and so that it can create the best content that is in your expert voice. Okay. Without being too salesy. Sorry. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to read my notes, make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. So one of the other things to note about helping you attract high-paying clients is making sure that you have a full brand experience. So for example, you want to create a brand experience that makes customers feel valued and feel seen and recognized. Oh, baby girl's awake. Sorry. And feel seen, and they understand and that you are relating to them, right? So you want to always exceed people's expectations. So if someone's commenting on your posts, always comment back, add personal touches to interactions. What is your brand experience? When people go to your Instagram, for example, what kind of content are they going to see? Are they going to find? So my Instagram has a mixture of funny mom or parenting humor and carousels that offer immediate ChatGPT prompts to grow your business or make automations and make money in your business. And 3, some Instagram reels that have videos of me and my family, and with tips, or some of me talking head giving some more educational tips. So there's a mixture of educational and funny mom parenting relatable humor. And that's the brand experience, right? It's a light but educational place to experience. So you always want to make sure that people feel seen when they're commenting. Okay, I got it. You got it. You got it. Okay. So what I want you guys to do is start working on your personal brand. So if you've already launched your business, just take a review of what your personal brand is. What does your personal brand look like in your social media today? Or if you're just launching, work on identifying it. Have ChatGPT help you identify and find your voice and find your branding, your colors, your tone, your style. And if you've already launched, you can still have ChatGPT help you do that and work on creating consistent content. So this week, I want you to reflect on what your own personal brand is and brainstorm how you can use it to enhance and attract ideal clients and your ideal audience. Make sure it's something unique that will help you stand out on social media so that you are attracting those clients, and something that you are an expert in, right? It's not something like, I wouldn't show up as a photographer because I'm not a photographer. I can take pictures with my iPhone and that's about it. That's the extent of my photography skills. So what are you an expert in that people would be paying you for? And how does that become your personal brand that people would want to pay money for services from? Okay. Don't forget to join the Mompreneur Mastermind community. I put the link in the description below, as well as the ChatGPT course that I mentioned. But the Mastermind community, we've got weekly lessons on how to use ChatGPT to grow your business and make money. I've got weekly group coaching and networking with other mompreneurs. Lots of different tips. And did I say networking coffee chats? I might have. Okay. Anyways, that's it for this episode. Don't forget, tune in weekly and there'll be more.